This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 11th day of April, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Friday. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend is finally upon us. Let's get through this, shall we? We got a lot to get to on the show. Of course, it's Friday. It's Initials game. A Parrish, Marnie, Cast of Thousands. Here we go. Comedy. We'll start it with some Eddie Murphy comedy. Classic stuff on the Power Trip Morning Show. Come on in. I am glad you're here.
That's all you got to do is sing. Just sing and get famous. Because James Brown been singing 20 years. I don't know what James is talking about. I met him once at Saturday Night Live. I walked up and said, James, I love your stuff. James said, at the end of every sentence, he ended off with, everything. He said, and you get mad, you start putting the needle back saying, what did I just miss?
And the people say,
That's a James Brown lyric. He was writing a song, said, I need a word here. That's good. And get this song going, all the songs sounded the same. Jamie going,
the people say, come on now, or do mine, little you, I don't know. They made you, that won't people know you now. The people say, jump back, want to kill myself.
On your side, you hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Friday, April 11th, Power Trip Morning Show. I'm Corey. That's Chris. That's Paul. There's Zach. Good morning, guys. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Great. How are you? Are you good?
I'm all right.
You guys good? Yes.
Hi.
You're good.
I'm great.
Even with Rory, you're good.
Oh yeah. I'm great. You know, like I learned from you. I got multiple tickets, man.
I wish I had multiple tickets.
I had multiple tickets.
Stupid ass Willie Z.
Somebody I know can bet in the state they live in, and hello.
So you're betting across state lines?
Yeah.
Hope you trust that person.
Oh, I do. We all trust that person.
Well, don't include me in your little war.
No, you trust that person.
11 hours ago, you tweeted, "Thanks for wasting my afternoon, Rory."
Yeah,
that was right after you tweeted, "This is my last golf bet. F gambling, eat S, Rory."
Yeah.
And that was also after you had tweeted a gif of Ari from Entourage throwing his phone with the caption, "Eat S, Rory."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was right after you tweeted, "Rory is just awful." And that was right after you tweeted, "Effing disaster."
Yeah. Yep.
Were you looking at yourself?
Yeah, I saw myself in the mirror, and I thought, what an effing disaster.
Did you look at your poopy?
No.
You know, because I know you're a man who likes to pace.
Yeah.
Whenever I see you tweet, like, "Eat S, Rory," I can picture you just doing laps in your living room. Is that essentially what was happening? Just back and forth, TV to couch, couch to TV. So that was my impression of
half of it is because Gorg told me off the air after the bet it's his favorite part, right? He loves the meltdown, right? And then the other half is I'm sitting there. He's on hole 15. And he reaches the green in 2. And I say to myself, I go, this is it. He's going to do it. He's 4 under. He's probably going to birdie this hole, get to 5 under. He's got 3 holes left. And then he puts one in the water. After I laughed at Cantlay do the exact same thing. And then 2 holes later, he 3 putts and double bogeys that hole. But he's even. We're fine. We're going to make the cut. We're going to battle back. But he has, I think, 7 straight rounds of over or either par or over par at the Masters.
Good pick.
I mean, it wasn't. I should have taken Ludwig.
You should have picked Rosie's guy.
Who's Rosie's guy?
Justin Rose.
Wait, he was going to take Justin Rose?
Yeah, it felt like he was forced into taking Morikawa, but he really wanted to take Justin Rose.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I felt bad for Rosie.
Yeah. Okay,
What's
well, anyway.
Zach mad at?
Nothing.
What's wrong, sweetie?
What's wrong?
Yeah, what's your deal?
Sports Center top 10 is so stupid
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's so dumb.
Why are you
They
so
just
mad
put
at the
two
top 10?
dunk, they put like 2
And it always
dunks.
includes some Lakers play that nobody
Uncontested
cares about,
dunks.
right?
He went through his legs. This isn't the dunk contest. He did an in between the legs dunk in
Nobody
game.
in that half of the court.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
It's basketball. It's stupid.
Yeah, turn me on.
Well, and then like they put the dunks ahead of the guy who like
the
hit
dunks.
it. He who hold it from the fairway from like 300 yards
He
out.
who hold it from the fairway.
Thou shalt take their tongue out.
Which commandment is that,
Yeah.
Zachary?
The
I
11th?
think it's A1.
From day one. Oh, God, this tennis guy went between his legs.
You tunk.
How is this number 1?
We need more tunks. No, but you are.
I like to eat fried
It's
tongue.
so stupid.
There was 3 dunks and none of them were even contested.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's
fine.
way better. That should be the number 1 play.
Yeah, I found it. Oh, yeah. Carlos Alvarez. He's very good at tennis.
You know what he is?
That's not even his last name.
That's what is it?
It's like Alcaraz.
Yeah, exactly.
Alcaraz.
Oh, I had to take that for I had a bad headache.
Is he big on the message boards?
Yeah.
Is that right? That makes sense.
Yeah. Is your
checks out.
favorite player in the draft big on the message boards?
Yep, Terry Tunk.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Terry Tunk.
So many tunks. Who's your favorite draftee?
Oh, I don't have a favorite one, but
Just somebody who wants the Vikings to draft.
no, just because I've been watching a lot of tape, and I think if he falls to the 24,
Another quarterback?
no, man, no, tight end,
Penn State
position?
or Michigan?
Michigan.
Okay.
I just think he had a lot of chemistry with JJ.
Oh, sure. So
Yeah.
it's more of the fit.
yes,
Got it.
That's exactly what it is.
Looked like it'd fit okay.
It fit real good.
Jesus.
I laughed out loud when you texted me that. yesterday. It's mostly to get Tommy going, but he doesn't bite.
No.
He doesn't bite anymore.
No,
He screwed up.
Yeah, or he's working, but yeah.
No Carrizo today. He's in the Virgin Islands, which is funny. Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. He ain't.
but Marnie will be here later. Parrish will be here later. Initials $88,500 up for grabs at
That's
8:15.
sweet, man.
That's insane.
That's sweet.
Just 88.5. Mr.
Yeah.
Z in a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming out today. What's coming out today for films?
Hawk?
Larry Tunk takes his tongue to Titletown.
The tongue down.
Larry Tongue takes his town to Titletown. That's a tongue twister.
Yep.
What does he do once he gets to
tongue
Titletown?
twister.
Right? You mean Green Bay, Wisconsin?
Sure.
He goes to Applebee's
Right, which is their best
and he
restaurant.
licks the windows.
I don't think anything comes out today.
I'm telling you the plot of the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Do you want me to tell
Larry
you?
Tongue takes his tongue to Titletown comes out today.
That's right.
It's about licking windows at Applebee's in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Aren't you listening?
Yes.
God, you don't listen.
I am listening to you.
You just don't listen.
That's got to be one of the better performing Applebee's.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Out
They
there.
have live performances there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Anybody in particular?
Rectal Renaissance.
Oh yeah, they're very good.
It's a new band. It's bringing back the a-hole. It's a Rectal Renaissance.
Yeah, they're having a resurgence.
Yeah.
They're back.
They really are. They're back. They went away for a while. And Bill Belichick's girlfriend is leading the charge. Save the a-holes is what she calls it.
God bless her.
I know, she's doing God's work.
Do it, yeah.
Yep.
Doing the Lord's work.
That's right.
Sure.
Please, yeah. Please recognize, if you would.
Someone has to step up.
That's right.
Zachary, that's a good point, though. My guess is that Applebee's is one of the better Applebee's in the entire country.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah. Has to be.
Oh, yeah. No, they probably have everybody's picture from Green Bay on the walls there.
So the main sportscaster, the main TV sportscaster in Green Bay, in Appleton.
James Toback?
Yeah, so James Toback, he started a podcast, and he has the main chef at Applebee's on.
Ooh. Oh.
Wow.
That was episode 1.
Yeah. He's a former coworker that he worked with, right, from years and years and years
From
ago.
Appleton, yep. In episode 2. I don't know what he's doing for 3.
Wow.
I don't know. It's like the clock's ticking on the old Green Bay podcast.
You should have the chef from the Green Bay Chili's on next.
Yeah.
Well, but they're rivals.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
You know what their bid is at the Applebee Chili's, right?
No.
They name chicken sandwiches after famous people.
Really?
Oh, no.
What's the menu at the Green Bay Applebee's or Chili's? And again, it's competitive.
Right.
It's contentious. What do they got on the menu there in Appleton?
We got the Burt Reynolds cheeseburger.
Sir, you got to pull the microphone closer to your face because.
Surprised at how much people like the Burt Reynolds burger. You got a little.
Hang on. Does Burt Reynolds have a connection to Green Bay, or
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear you.
Nickelback fries.
Sir, are you guys open every day?
No, I don't think he can. Why is Rosie not pushing the mic closer to him?
I don't know. Has Burt Reynolds been to your restaurant?
And when you take the chili, the Katy Perry, I'm so hairy.
So wait a minute.
Well, they have a Katy Perry sandwich?
Yeah.
Sir, could you go back? What's in the Katy Perry sandwich?
And then we have what we also like to call.
I don't think he can hear us.
No, I don't think he can.
Why doesn't Rosie just give him headphones and let him sit at the microphone?
Or, I don't know. Stand up and move.
And people like to come in and grab the snatch bag.
Whoa. Maybe it's a good thing we don't have the mic.
So wait, do you work at the Applebee's or the Chili's?
And then we take Vivica.
Sir, he can't hear me.
She likes to be the manager, and she likes to sell Star Wars burger. Yeah, that's good.
So why are you here today? Is it just free promotion?
What we do is we
Well,
take the man and we burn.
I think I can answer that. It's about Rosie, so he can promote it.
And Mark Rosen comes in, and he likes to take a picture. We play a little smooth jazz.
And scene.
Jazz. If you're just hearing that for the first time, that's exactly how it went.
Almost word for word.
Yep.
One of the weirdest days of all time.
It was like right at it. I guess we'll go on the air. He just trots in.
Again, lost in the shuffle of the sandwich is that Ian Matakis, 2 years ago, the WSOP Player of the Year, is sitting there, and we asked him, because he grew up in Faribault, you know who this is? You know who Mark Rosen is? And he goes, no.
No.
And we asked him where he's from, and I think he said Faribault. And Rosie goes, well, I don't know. I don't know if they get Channel 4 He tried to go with, he doesn't know who I am,
right?
Because I don't think they get Channel 4.
Well,
they get Channel 4 all over the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, not in the very big Faribault TV market.
Yeah, they moved out. They have somebody else.
It's because Ian's like 26 and doesn't care who you are. It's not because he lives in Faribault. Come on, man.
Right. Come on, man.
You guys didn't work in the Faribault market?
Nope. We tried everything.
Yeah.
Do you know who this is? No.
No, I don't. No, I don't. He was so mad. And then he did a 20-minute infomercial.
About a sandwich.
Yeah.
And wouldn't let the guy on the microphone.
No.
Brilliant.
We could kind of hear him, but he couldn't hear you.
Yeah, the guy may have said, all the money we make goes to charity.
We'll never know.
He might have said all the money we make goes to Nazis. We have no idea.
Or that.
We don't know.
Clue.
Or that.
He might have been the best guy ever or the worst guy ever.
Right. Correct.
The crazy thing is, Rosie had the headphones on, so he knew how quiet it was coming through.
Yeah.
Why didn't he?
Yeah, because
anything.
He doesn't want to give the mic.
There ain't enough mic for the two of them.
All good questions.
Yep.
All good questions.
Yeah.
All right, more of the Power Trip Morning Show after this. Sauce, that segment was a hell of a segment, was it not?
Yeah, that's all. Thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean those gutters again. Spend more time inside watching golf instead of up on a ladder. You don't have to do that when you have Gutter Helmet on your home.
Wait a minute. How do I get gutters?
Hire Michael Granlund.
No, but I'm saying, like, Sauce was just talking about gutter helmet. So, like, is this something that... What now? I don't think he can hear me.
No, I don't think he can hear you.
I had questions about gutters, but he can't hear me. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after.
Good morning. Thank you for listening. And be sure to watch later on the Power Trip Morning Show. It goes live thanks to the wonderful people at Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it. We'll see you at 8 o'clock.
That's right. Did you know there was a Gremlins cartoon?
No.
Gremlins the Wild Batch on Max. Brand new.
Get it off.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't either.
No, I didn't know that. Secrets of the Mogwai?
It's just called Gremlins the Wild Batch is what I mean.
It's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Sauce, what are the 3 rules for owning and maintaining a Mogwai?
You can't get it wet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
You'll have no problem there.
No, I won't. You can't feed it after midnight.
It's always after midnight.
And don't diddle Bridget Jones.
Man.
What's the third one?
I've only seen the movie once.
That's too bad. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't like to see, what's his face, Gizmo get hurt.
I like it.
Well, spoiler, he survives.
No, yeah. Wet food. I don't know.
Now you're just daydreaming.
Hold on. Cat got a belly problem?
Is there a third one?
Of course. There's 3.
Don't diddle in front of it?
Yeah.
In front of Bridget Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I don't know.
Third one is they don't like bright lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bright lights, don't feed it after midnight, and you can never get them wet.
And never listen to Soulfly.
Yep.
Who likes that band?
Gremlins don't.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you that.
I won't do it the next time I have a gremlin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as you pointed out, they're mixing drinks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're drinking beer.
Yeah, that is water.
That's water.
Yeah.
They would be multiplying internally constantly.
Isn't it Christmas Eve?
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and they're getting S-faced at Phoebe Cates' bar.
It's time to party, man.
Yeah, it's time to party.
It's time to party.
Get down.
I know I've gone through it 15 times, but that movie is so genius for so many reasons. But it is truly trying to be a horror movie for the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The back half is a comedy.
Yeah.
And it's once it kicks in, that movie is so freaking funny for little reasons. Again, like they're all getting S-faced at the bar. They can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't. They're Christmas caroling before they murder a woman.
Yeah, they take the time to put on Christmas outfits.
Put on Christmas hats. It's the best.
Yeah, just to make her a little confused before they kill her.
Yeah.
They want her last thought to be, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's the second one?
First one. No, the second one's terrible.
Oh, is it?
I fell asleep during the second one.
I've seen the second one 30 times, probably because it used to be on USA during the weekends or whatever, but it was brutal. But I've seen it a billion times. But the first one's a classic, and it holds up.
Yeah.
I've seen it with both of my girls, right? You know, when they get to that like 7, 8 range, I'm like, you're old enough for Gremlins, let's do this. And I laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they start singing songs.
Yeah. Hilarious.
I don't remember if they knock on the door or ring the doorbell, but
They ring the doorbell.
then she opens the door and there they are in their hats.
Yeah.
Singing. Terribly, but they're singing.
Yeah. Didn't we do the whole bit about how the dad is like some Hoyt Axton?
That's right.
Yeah. Country singer, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that until last year, I think you told us that for the first time. And it blew my mind. Just thought he was a, one-off kind of throwaway actor.
Oh, God, I'm looking at them right now. They don't cuss, right?
No. The Gremlins,
it's PG, right?
Yeah.
Like they're looking down at the paper so they get the lyrics right. Look.
On the show. Earmuffs.
That's brilliant.
They have the lyrics.
The one that's trying to read them.
That's so freaking subtly smart.
That's brilliant.
There's no way they know how to read.
No, they don't know how to read.
or speak.
Or sing.
They're trying to sing and they care about the accuracy. It's freaking brilliant.
He couldn't have the page closer to his face either.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Hold on.
Is that the lady they killed?
Yeah, she's
Christmas carolers. I hate Christmas carolers. Screeching boys of blue snip.
I don't want her to cut.
I warned you, Brad.
What a weird film.
And don't forget, this is essentially the first day they exist.
Yeah, they're out.
It's not like they've been living for 9 months and
Yeah.
they're like, what are we going to do today? The first thing they do is essentially decide to Christmas carol and kill her.
Yeah.
Or try to care. Right.
Oh,
try
that's
to.
the lady on the chair.
Yeah, it tries to. Right, but then they rewire the chair so it goes flying out the window.
Oh.
Because they're pranksters.
Yeah, you know, it's a goof.
Yeah, like, you know, it'd be a good goof is if we made that chair fly out the window, which makes no sense. It's not like it ramps.
No, that lady
Come
has
on.
a huge home.
Oh, yeah.
They're laughing.
Yeah, they're laughing. Yeah, well, we killed her. It's hilarious.
She's dead.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
What a great movie.
Yeah.
Son of a...
They don't make them like that anymore, right?
No.
That's the sign-year-old.
Yeah.
You say that
Yeah.
line once in a while. They don't make them like that anymore.
No, they don't.
But they don't.
No. Is that a Jim Henson bit?
No,
I don't think so.
Jim Henson quit.
Oh.
He's not going to...
You know who wrote the screenplay?
Sure.
The guy that did Home Alone.
Dostoevsky.
Chris Columbus.
1 billion% in 2025, if they made that movie, those sons of bitches would be CGI and it wouldn't even be remotely fun.
No. You are
It's
correct.
the fact that they're puppets and struggling to hold the lyrics.
And looking at the lyrics.
It makes all the difference in the world. That movie would suck with CGI gremlins.
Suck. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Half the 90% of those 80s movies was the bad, like, puppets and fake, terrible blood.
Like Critters.
Yeah, Critters is
Terrible.
That's a funny Schwarzen joke.
What's the Critters? Oh,
the car where he's at the Planet Hollywood in Minnesota. He says, yeah, that's it. That's the car from Critters.
Right. How in the Midwest we don't get the good stuff.
Yeah. That's a great
the car from Critters.
Yeah, that's a great.
I've seen Critters like 30 times as well.
Yeah,
How about your T-Wolves last night, huh?
Man.
How about it? They're back.
Looked bad for a second.
Did it? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I didn't see a second of it. I fell
What?
asleep.
141-125. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies, and they have 2 games remaining, and they're both absolute cakewalks. You better just destroy Brooklyn and Utah.
They're 19-point favorites tonight.
Yeah. Even think about that. Back-to-back.
Yeah.
Right? They played last night, and you're still a 19-point favorite.
They
I don't know if Brooklyn played last night. It just doesn't matter. The fact that you're 19-point favorites is ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure, and I think if they win out, they get the 6th seed. Because the final game of the season is the Clippers and Warriors play. So I think if they win out, they're the 6th seed.
Well, and Memphis is at Denver tonight. So now we might as well cheer for Denver. Just bury the Nuggets. Or, bury the Grizzlies and just lose. But there's so many tiebreakers. I'm not going to sit here and try to say that I understand what's happening. I just know that right now there's a 3-way tie. Warriors, Grizzlies, and Wolves all at 47 and 33. Golden State, if it ended right now, would be 6th. Memphis 7, Wolves 8. Again, I don't know what the tiebreakers are. It doesn't matter. There's 2 games to go.
Right.
The good news is there are just 2, again, cakewalks left on the schedule. The bad news is if you had just held on to that 24-point lead against Milwaukee, man, we'd be sitting sweet right now.
Yeah, you'd be
virtually
the
locked.
4th seed. Yeah.
I mean, if you just win these last 2, you'd be locked into one of those, that 4 or 5 range, or at the worst, maybe 6. I don't even know. But again, who cares? Right. We're going to do this. They're going to get in. You're going to owe me $100, which is all's right with the world.
I'm going to win that Twins bet by June anyway.
Yeah. Looks like I'm going to lose that White Sox bet by June. They got off to a nice start and lost to like 1 billion straight now.
Yeah.
They're like 2-9 or 2-10. I don't know what they are.
I think the Twinkies are 4-9.
Terrible. All right, front page sports. When we come back, we are your Gremlins Christmas Carol leader, the Fan.
Yeah, the weekend's finally here. Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's right. The weekend's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. I think the weekend weather's going to be good. I don't know. I can't
It's supposed to be pushing 70, right?
Yeah.
Zachary, is that correct? Pushing
That's how I feel
70
this morning.
Yeah, the warm-up continues.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The weekend's finally here, baby.
You feel like you're pushing 70?
Yeah.
Got allergies again, or what's the deal?
I'm tired.
Oh, just tired?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, tired Chris sometimes does pretty well in initials.
Sometimes
Tired
okay.
Chris is sometimes the best Chris.
Yeah. Sometimes. The blue-eyed girl knows something. Oh, man. You know what would be fun?
What's that?
Rolling down to the fridge down there and tearing into about 30 of those double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah,
Man, where'd all that food come from?
The Masters bit yesterday.
Did we order $700 million worth of it? Because there's a lot of
There's
it.
a lot.
Yeah,
the
man.
fridge is full
There
of
was
McDonald's.
a good spread.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good spread yesterday.
You know what? You got to get a good spread, man, if you're going to get it all out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Corio says.
100%.
Hell yeah!
Those exact words.
You a squatty potty guy?
None of your business.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Buy 3 monsters for $7 for a limited time. Went with the white one again today. Again, still the best of the bunch. But again, mix and match whatever you want. That new blue one's awesome as well. Thanks, Holiday. 3 monsters for $7. All right, start with the Masters. Justin Rose is your leader. 7 under with a 3-shot lead. Scotty Scheffler lurking.
If I had picked Justin Rose, would I have gotten hell for it?
Oh, at the time?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? That's why
just
I didn't
because he's
pick him.
old.
Yeah,
But,
I swear to you, I was thinking about picking him because I knew that guy's name.
I bet you wouldn't have from Gorg.
Okay.
Rose has like this unbelievable record of like the first day at the Masters. He's good. Now, can he hold it? I don't know.
What was the stat? I heard, I was listening to a little Masters coverage because, again, I like TV noise in the background.
Yeah.
And I thought I heard the broadcast say something like Justin Rose has the most rounds either in the lead or tied for the lead ever without eventually winning.
I think that is correct.
Something like 9 or maybe it was more than that.
8 or
even.
9, yeah.
But he's never won.
He's outstanding in the first round, and I think and we're 54 holes away, but if he did win, he'd be the oldest person to win the Masters, I think at 45.
He's old as balls.
44 or 45.
Your guy Rory was in the mix and looking unstoppable until those last 4 or 5 holes when he had a couple of doubles.
It was, I watched every single shot he had, and about hole 10, they were talking about how he sat down with Jack, and Jack basically told him, listen, you don't have to win it on Friday, or Thursday. Jesus, criminy. But
he didn't have to on either of those days.
Either of those days.
Sounds like he sat down with Jack Daniels.
Genius. Anyway, and he looked like he had this great plan, and then 2 shots killed him. So we'll see what he can do today. But
2 shots?
Was it JFK?
Yeah. Wow, Jesus. No. But, yeah. Corey Connors is also 3 back. Was that another guy Rosie thought about picking?
Well, I honestly thought about taking him because
Corey Connors is good.
I took him last tournament and he got me 2nd place, and I kind of couldn't believe he was still on the board 12th, but I got to pick my guy Willie Z, and obviously I'm already regretting not going with Connors in back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
I mean, if Rory played on Monday or
I gotta send you that.
Friday or Thursday.
Yeah, he has not played well in the last 5 or 6 rounds at the Augusta National. So We'll see what he does today. He's going to go out in about 2 hours, and we'll see what he does.
Well, again, this is the beauty of how we do this bet. And I know sometimes the rubes get pissed off, but who cares? It's our bid. This is why we put the ghost in. Wow. Right? Because there's a whole bunch of us that are already sweating.
Carly's out.
Right. Carly's got Russell Henley.
Parrish
He's
is
like
out.
7 over. So those people get to anti-sweat the rest of the field and hope Scheffler just runs away with this and the whole bet gets wiped away.
Yeah, like it did last year.
Although, the sneaky thing is, even if your guy's out of contention, you want him to make the weekend so you get multiple shots at a hole-in-one still,
correct,
right?
sir. Yep.
As unlikely as it is, it's still possible.
Guys,
you want 4 rounds.
At some point today, type into Google or YouTube or whatever, bobcat snatches turkey in midair. You want to see a bobcat, like, it's almost like it's a cartoon. It's pretty crazy. Out of nowhere, there's a turkey standing there like, yeah, I'm just a turkey.
Oh, wow.
And that damn bobcat and then they go for it. They're wrestling.
Wait, I thought you meant the other bobcat.
Oh, man.
Get on that.
Wow.
That's cool, isn't it? The turkey stops for a second. He's like, oh, no.
Wait, why is this guy talking during this video?
Huh?
I might be watching the wrong video.
I'm not going to lie. This is cool, but I would have rather seen Bobcat from Police Academy
Bobcat
chasing down turkeys.
Have you seen the SNL bit where Bobcat tries out for Top Gun? And it's funny.
Who's the person doing the Bobcat impression?
Who's the guy that plays the mean guy in the movie where they kill Nazis?
Oh, no. Art Garfunkel.
Christoph Waltz?
Yeah, who plays him? He's like, he played him on Jeopardy once.
Oh, Taron Killam?
Taron Killam plays Bobcat, and it's super funny because he wants to play the snowman character, and they're like, you mean Iceman? It's funny.
Wow, what a weird way to get to Taron Killam.
Yeah, sorry.
But we got there, though.
Yeah, but I knew you'd know. You watch it. Taron Killam's dead?
No, Iceman is.
Yeah, rip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's sad.
So sad.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves won 141-125 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Ant had 44. He went 7 of 11 from 3. In fact, the Wolves, how about this? The Wolves gave up 18 threes on 36 shots. When a team shoots 50% from 3, you're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
But the Wolves shot 20 of 44 from 3, which is 45.5%, also outstanding. So they won by 16 despite their opponent shooting 50% from 3. That's not easy to do.
No.
John Morant, 36 points. And again, recently he's been fined $75,000 for mimicking the gun thing with the finger guns and whatnot.
Yeah.
So now he's throwing imaginary grenades.
What?
Because.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, he's an idiot. He just. In fact, so Charles Barkley said, Taylor Jenkins, who was recently fired by the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Said he might be the happiest person because he, quote, ain't got to deal with this immature stuff. John Morant would be the biggest headache on the planet.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's just an idiot.
Throwing fake grenades.
Well, it's his way of saying if I can't do guns and I'm going to throw, you can't tell me to, if you have an anti-finger gun rule, where does it say anything about throwing fake grenades? And now he's throwing imaginary grenades.
Wow. What a Steve.
He's really cool.
He's real neat.
Yeah.
That third quarter, though.
How about that third quarter? The Wolves were down 5 at halftime, but then outscored Memphis 52-25.
Wow.
In the third. I believe that's a franchise record? Let me double check. I think
yes,
that's
a franchise record and a season high for a quarter point scored in the NBA this year.
So 52. Most in the NBA and team record. That's pretty cool.
Which, considering, so they had 52 in the third quarter yesterday. They had 13 in the fourth quarter the other night. That's a lot of points.
Minnesota's 52-point third quarter marked just the 5th time since the 51-52 NBA season that a team scored 52 or more points in the third quarter of a game.
My goodness. Dominant.
Good for them, man.
They rode that to the promised land.
Did they?
They sure did.
And scoring 141 points last night. Minnesota has scored at least 100 points in 56 straight games, extending the longest active streak in the NBA and the longest streak in Timberwolves franchise history. The previous record was 40 straight games, which they set last season. And last night was the 10th time in franchise history the Wolves have scored more than 140 points. 141.
Sweet.
That was a huge win.
Huge, yeah.
You lose that and you're essentially locked into the play-in game. Yeah. Now you're back in this thing. But, man, that Bucks game is haunting us.
Yeah, that because you'd be probably locked in at the 5th or 4th seed, depending on the tiebreaker. And then you'd get the opportunity if you won, last night, maybe tonight, you wouldn't have to play anybody on Sunday. Everybody could take the day off, and Luka and all those other guys would start. But now you gotta win both of them.
The Royals beat the Twins 3-2. KC wins 3 out of the 4 in the series. Kansas City scored 2 in the 7th inning to take the lead. The Twins are now 4-9. The Royals are 7-6. Bailey over 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. Look it up on your phone. France had a solo home run. Jeffers, our guy, had an RBI single, but it wasn't enough. Now a 6-game homestand, 3 against Detroit starting tonight, and then 3 against the New York Mets of Anaheim.
Yeah, it's over.
The NFL draft is 13 days away. 1 week from Thursday, the Vikings have pick 24.
That'll be great. Can't wait. I'm excited for that. Every day we get closer, every day I think they're going to try and take an offensive lineman at pick 24, and I think they're going to stay at pick 24.
Or move back.
Or move forward.
Sure.
I'll tell you 2 weeks from today who they take in the first round.
It's one of the 3.
Yeah.
For sure.
It'll be great. Either way, can't wait.
I got actually a pretty strong feeling about what they're going to do, though.
Wait, why don't you tell us?
I just did. It's going to be one of those 3.
Oh, yeah.
Zach, you know anybody who went to AC/DC last night?
Mark Rosen.
Yeah, Rosie did.
Oh, did he?
Thank you, Rosie!
And my buddy Chad.
Yeah.
They went together.
Oh, wow.
Well, how did he say it was?
I haven't heard. I didn't hear.
Have you heard anything, Hawk?
No, but I was just watching them play If You Want Blood, You Got It. Giant stage.
Yeah.
Holy moly. US Bank Stadium. AC/DC, man. Can't imagine you get too many chances to see them again,
Yeah, I've seen them. It was great. It's the loudest concert I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Sauce.
Yes, sir.
A demon offers you $1,000 for every AC/DC song that Mark Rosen can name.
Without looking at off the top of his head?
Yes, off the top of his head. He gives you $1,000 for every AC/DC song you can name. But you lose a finger if he can't name more than 10. Do you take that deal?
Yes.
You do?
If he can't if he can't name more than 10.
Right. So if he can name 12, you get $12,000. But if it's 10 or less, you lose a finger for every. So if you only get 7, you lose 3 fingers.
Absolutely not. Would you?
No.
No. You can say 5.
I'd only have 2 fingers left.
Brilliant.
Mr. Z is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
You've been trying your whole life. You wonder when it's gonna rain, gonna rain, gonna rain. It's gonna rain, gonna rain, gonna rain.
Fan.
Welcome back, everybody. Power Trip, here we are. And I got to go for football stuff a little bit later on, which I find pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah?
I'll tell you guys about. Yeah,
Is that right?
I do. I kind of find it interesting. But right now, we got to talk some movies.
Hi, Mr. Z.
Movies.
Hey, guys, what's up?
It's all happening, you know.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk Minecraft. It crushed last week. Is the phenomenon continuing?
Yes and no. We're not normally like it's going to be a decent drop box office wise, more than maybe like a normal movie, just because it was everyone rushed out to see it opening weekend. It's still going to do really well, like $60-70 million second weekend, which is crazy, but from 165 down. And then who knows? Because as we know, last week I thought saying 100 million was being kind of bold, and then it did. And I even said, I remember specifically when it passed Mario, I remember specifically saying it's not going to do what Mario did, and then it did.
Mushroom?
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep with Princess Peach.
Hey, was this chicken jockey thing legit in terms of it being a disaster? Because obviously there was a lot of highlights around the country of theaters just absolutely getting trashed, right? People throwing things in the air, and then the cleanup crews, when the film's over, looks like they have a 35 to 45-minute cleanup job. They got to get it ready for the next screening, but the place gets trashed every time because of chicken jockey.
I'll tell you one thing that made this what we saw mostly. It was truly not mean-spirited. Maybe a couple, if you want to find, obviously there's a couple, but in general, it was very not mean-spirited. It was very honest. They were looking forward to this, and it was a little sarcastic, but they weren't trying to be mean. In almost every theater I've looked at or talked to, it was welcomed in the sense that it was also usually like one show a day. Most of the shows were pretty casual, and then every now and then you'd get a crazy one. The best thing I think that came out of it was, in general, it wasn't mean-spirited. It was fun, and it really added. It probably added 50% to the box office having that out there on TikTok.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool. All right, what's out this weekend?
This weekend, there's a whole bunch of small stuff this weekend. You have a movie called Drop from Universal that is kind of a fun throwback horror movie. Warfare is one that's getting a little bit of buzz. It's based in the Iraq War from A24. A24 really having some bad. I mean, Death of a Unicorn was terrible. Opus was a disaster. And so they have their hands on something decent based on the Iraq War called Warfare. And then Amateur, Rami Malek in Amateur was sort of like a Jason Bourne, kind of a guy who's like a computer nerd who needs to kind of learn some Jason Bourne-y type stuff to go save his gal.
My God, it's the Amateur. Is it worth seeing though or not?
Drop is Amateur is fine. Amateur is Mission Impossibly. It's not good if you're not kind of into that type of movie. It's not the movie you have to go see anyway. I think it'll do okay. Drop is fun, PG-13 horror. It actually is kind of fun if you like that, but it's just such a simple setup. It's almost like a 90s throwback where she's out on a blind date and she starts getting airdropped messages, and it turns out it's it turns into kind of a horror thriller film. I liked it, but it's not going to do $20 million. And so Sinners is next week. That's one we'll have to talk about because it's getting really, really, really strong reviews. I have some opinions on the movie Sinners, but that's going to be a big deal next week.
I don't know. I'm not even sure if I know what that is.
Is that the Michael B. Jordan movie?
Yeah, where he plays two roles,
yeah,
and it's kind of set in the. I should know it. I saw it. Saying it's a vampire movie isn't like throwing everything out, but it's way more than that. We've had some problems with movies recently. Death of a Unicorn and Mickey 17 being two movies who decided to make a point but forgot to make a good movie and just made a point. There's not. Sinners is especially the second half of Sinners is fantastic. First half's a little slow, but man, I think it's like 100% from all the critics who've seen it. They're really into it. A very, very rated R, really, really well done cinematography, all that, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, did we ever technically go through the rest of the stuff that you saw at CinemaCon or whatever the hell it's called?
No, I was tired last week. I had got back late Thursday night, and we started talking about it, and I couldn't put very many thoughts together. So, I was at CinemaCon. We saw a whole bunch of stuff. I was only out there for a couple of days. One of the things that was kind of fun, one thing that I get to do that's kind of fun is I'm out there working. It was a hard week, so and so we were sitting there in lines doing the presentation. At the very end, Jenna Ortega was out there, and she's talking about this new movie, and apparently The Weeknd is in this movie, blah, blah, blah. And they're showing a trailer for it, and all of a sudden I see them bringing out drum set, keyboard, microphone, and then The Weeknd comes out and sang two songs, which was kind of fun. So every now and then you get some little bit of fun injected into a long week in Vegas.
That is cool. Jenna Ortega looks like in person she's about 3 feet tall. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? But so many of these, you almost, especially like Ariana Grande was there with, and I always forget her name, and it's not cool at all, but the woman who plays Alphabet. And Ariana Grande makes Jenna Ortega look like Andre the Giant. She's so tiny.
Yeah, Cynthia Erivo.
And she talks so tiny. But after a while, you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah. Zach, your hands up.
Mr. Z, do you see that Wizard of Oz news at the Sphere? And do you have any thoughts on these movies now using AI to be brought back to life on a giant screen like that?
All for it. I popped into the Sphere and saw the Darren Aronofsky bit. It's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it's not breaking any news there. So it depends. The idea of AI changing movies and stuff like that is really, really hard to do, and there's so many rights involved that it's not as easy as just doing whatever you want and just like, oh, let's just change this and make Scarlett Johansson into you can't do any of that. So all of this would be done with the blessings of all the rights holders, and so especially this, if you're going to just remake something. Is really, why just remake a movie? But if you're going to take it and adjust it and change it into something completely different at the Sphere, I think that's 100% legit to do that.
All right. Interesting. That's sweet. Cool. All right. Anything else we should know?
No, I'm good.
All right, dude. You're the best. You. Thanks, Mr. Z.
All right. Yep. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Find him on social media at Mr. Z Movies and ask him any question you want. He's pretty good about answering them.
Except don't talk to him about Rotten Tomatoes.
He does hate that.
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of What Really Matters. Let's start with Wild News presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Thanks to Catalyst. And What Really Matters in general. Brought to you by our friends at Carboni's. Thanks, Carboni's.
Yeah, man.
It's a bit within a bit. The Wild are at Calgary tonight at 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. This game could have been massive if the last week or so had been a little more negative for the Wild, but the Wild did what they're supposed to do and put up a couple of points the other day in that 8-7 thriller. So the Wild are up 5 points on Calgary with 3 games to go for the Wild, 4 games to go for the Flames. And the Wild also are tied with St. Louis, I think, with 93, right? I don't think St. Louis played last night, did they?
No. So, and I think we have a game in hand with them. So.
Yeah, they only have 2 games left. That is correct. So tonight they're at Calgary, then at Vancouver tomorrow, hosting the Ducks on Tuesday. Those are the final 3 games for the Wild. So looking extremely positive for the Wild to get in. It's going to be mathematically pretty tough for Calgary to get back in this thing, but it is not mathematically impossible if Calgary wins tonight.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the parallels between the Wolves and the Wild, and this is the Wolves-Grizzlies game. If they can go on the road and beat Calgary, they can make their lives a hell of a lot easier the rest of the way.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, actually, isn't it guaranteed, right? Because if they win tonight, they'd be up 7, and Calgary only has 6 remaining points available.
Any win tonight, even in overtime or shootout, they would.
There we go. Let's just do it.
So,
but what really matters is this.
You got that right there, buddy boy.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Birthdays include Alessandro Ambrosio.
Very pretty.
She's 44 today.
Yeah.
Jennifer Esposito from Crashing Blue Bloods is 52.
Who watches Blue Bloods?
Great show. Seriously. Great show.
That can't be a good show.
And today is National Clean Up Your Panties Day.
Oh, that's good news.
Scratch that. National Clean Up Your Pantry Day.
Oh.
Well, that's horse of a different color.
It really is. Do both.
What's more important?
I'd say panties.
Yeah,
Sauce?
Probably your panties.
Yeah, you got to clean those sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Sauce, this is a question that the 3 of us have been trying to figure out how to ask you, but I'm just going to ask you.
Just say it.
I'll bite the bullet and
You're
be the
not
one that
really
asks.
doing this, are you?
I'm going to do it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, go ahead, buddy.
All right.
Go ahead. Good luck.
You guys didn't think I would ask, but I'm going to. How often do you wash your underwear?
Every day.
Every day?
I mean, I have like...
Every goddamn.
That's kind of weird.
Every day?
Like what time of day?
Well, probably in the afternoon.
But you just wash 1 pair of underwear a day?
Well, here's
every
the thing.
day?
Because my good friends at Chillboys and Chillboys.com, I have like 200 pair of the best undies on the planet.
Quit bragging.
So you have 400 underwears?
Oh, I bet I have 70 pair.
That's way too many.
Yeah. They're the best.
So you wear 1 pair of underwear about every 2.5 months.
Probably,
that's how often it gets in the rotation.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And they're the best.
Got anything skimpy?
I don't think so. I mean, they get skimpier the more weight I gain.
Anything see-through?
I mean, yeah, probably because the fabric stretched so far, putting it on my skin.
Where do you store them all?
In a drawer.
Must be a big drawer.
It's a couple of drawers.
You put your drawers in a drawer.
Well played. See? I'm not quick like Hogs Daddy.
I'm quick.
How many pairs do you own?
Less than 70.
Who are you talking to?
Corliss.
Oh.
Like 10?
This is going to shock you. I have about, 15 to 20, and they are
All
black,
the same.
and they are all the same.
May I ask you another question?
Go on.
Will you answer? Mm-hmm. Boxers, briefs, what do you wear?
Boxers.
Yeah, I wear boxer briefs.
I wear.
They hold my sack.
Cool.
I wear
That's
what is
pretty
called.
hot for you.
Thank you. What's that?
I need support.
You do. Well, I got your back, brother.
Thanks, man.
What do you wear, Hogs?
I wear candy panties.
Yes, you do.
Your dad's favorite flavor is black licorice. It's the only sustenance he gets if I let him eat.
He loves
And I
black
say,
licorice.
get to eating.
So
then he gets to your Twizzler.
all the panties you own are
Yeah,
candy?
They're all edible panties.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable when I sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wear them on stage?
Only when your dad makes me.
Oh, okay.
How often does
But
he
that's
make you?
all the food he gets.
Yeah, that's the only sustenance he gets.
Is your panties.
That's right.
If you actually eat edible underwear,
Done it.
do you have to do it within the first 2
I
minutes?
would guess.
My guess is the shelf life is very short.
Isn't it
It's got to be. You better start going for it.
Isn't it basically a fruit roll-up?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
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 But probably a garbage off-brand, so they're not quite as good.
No, fruit
That's my
roll-ups are
guess.
It'll make your belly hurt, but that might be the poopy as well.
Oh. Sick.
I got pretty real pretty quick.
It did, didn't it? I know. Think about it, man. Think about it.
For my dad's sake, would you at least give him like a vitamin? He doesn't sound like he's getting a lot of nutrients.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot. It's a high salt diet, that's for sure.
Oh my God.
Sauce, what flavor of edible underwear do you believe your dad commonly wears?
That he didn't wear them.
No, he doesn't. Hawk's the one that wears them. But if he did wear them, they would be black licorice. He loves black
Yeah,
licorice.
you can't control that, Dong.
Yeah. My God.
Your dad likes black licorice.
He does. He loves it.
Yeah, loves
That's
it.
so gross.
Yeah, it's hideous.
Yep. He loves it.
Yeah.
Just loves it. He's like, break out the panties and the Jaeger. Let's go party.
Yeah, and then Hawk's on a leash.
Yep, that's right.
And I'm all out of Jaeger.
Yep. He just wants Hawk's panties.
Yep.
I don't think I would eat edible underwear out of the packaging, let alone off of somebody.
Well, you don't like to
'cause
party.
I don't like to party, and my guess is I wouldn't even like the taste
Do you
of
like
it anyway.
sweets?
Yeah,
it's
but I don't
sweet.
really like fruit roll-ups.
You like
Really?
people from
Not
Fruit
really.
roll-ups are great. Strawberry fruit roll-ups, A+. The best flavor, and I don't think they make it anymore, is the apple fruit roll-ups.
Okay,
Those were great.
here's the thing. You ready?
Yeah.
This is for you, Paul.
Just call me Chubsy.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
$100,000 in straight cash, homie.
Yeah.
You have to, after a Vikings game, consume the edible panties that Paul Allen has been wearing during the game.
For 3 hours.
For 3
You put them on right before the boom.
Yep. And he probably tinkled a little bit in them because he can't control that monster.
And he uses the word tinkle. Paul, your hands up.
I'm going to say no.
$100,000.
$100K. I'd do
why.
that for $100K.
Here's
You
why.
would do that for $100K?
Yeah.
You wouldn't eat them off a lady, but you'd eat them off PA?
For free versus $100,000. Paul, your hands up.
There's a very...
Well, hang on. Am I eating them off PA or just like, is he taking
No, he
them?
can't take them off for you.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's taking them off and then I'm just going to consume them.
Is that taxed?
No, tax free. This is off the
hell
books.
yeah.
This is like on the
This is
dark
cash.
web. Dark
Cash.
web.
Well, no, I'm in.
Paul, your hands up.
Yeah, we got no government involvement.
There's a 90%, there's a 95% chance he sharted in them.
Yeah.
It's
listen,
$100,000.
Little neurovirus never hurt anybody.
If PA...
What if your wife's on
Leak
Rivermind
farted.
Plus?
What's that?
This is disgusting.
Rivermind?
just do us a favor and answer the
No,
question.
I would not. No. What's
liar?
What's Rivermind Plus?
You'll need it at some point. Don't worry
You're
about
damn
it.
right you will. That and zithromycin.
I'd like to. Oh my!
Oh,
I'd like to order some
What?
these edible panties just to one, just to try it.
You're allowed to. This is America.
Dude, do it right now, brother.
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
Can I
Listen to
have
the
it,
Hulkster.
delivered to the station?
Why not?
Yeah,
Sure.
DoorDash it.
Yeah.
They have that on here?
Probably. You wouldn't do it for $100K?
No.
Order from backdoordash.com.
Even if he...
Edible.
There was a game where he leak farted into his pants.
You can't prove that.
And then wore them unwashed like 3 days later.
You can't prove that.
I'm not doing that. Would Hawk do it?
Who knows what college is going to look like in 18 years or what it's going to cost, but you eat PA's edible underwear and Louis' college is paid for. And you wouldn't do that for your son?
All right,
Nice dad you are.
I would do it for my boy. Yes, I would do it for my boy. Yeah, I would do it for my boy.
More of what really matters after this. Parrishing a little bit, Marnie a little bit, and $88,500 potentially up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. Initials at 8:15. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Laughing at the same old trash.
You know what they say about good things, guys?
Sure, smoke them if you got them.
That too. But they also say good things must come to an end.
What?
And it is unfortunate
Oh, no.
that I have to announce that it is the Friday finale of iHeartRadio Week, only on Wheel of Fortune. Wheel welcomes multi-platinum recording artist Jason Derulo.
Oh, he wails.
Andy Grammer and JoJo to the show. And one lucky contestant has a chance to win tickets to the iHeartRadio Music Awards in Los Angeles. Watch Wheel of Fortune tonight on Channel 4, because if you don't watch it tonight,
it's over.
You'll never get to see iHeartRadio Week again.
You know the prize puzzle on Wheel? Right, like right in the middle of the show.
Sure.
If you watch Wheel of Fortune, there's a prize puzzle. They don't tell you what the prize is, but it's a trip somewhere, and it's normally Spain or Portugal or Germany or Sweden, right?
Steve's house.
This week, somebody won the prize puzzle.
Oh.
And it was a trip to Austin, Texas for the iHeartRadio Country Fest.
With Jesse James of Jackal.
Oh, God. I wish we could play the chainsaw song.
So they got that instead of Norway.
Did the person go, no thanks, I'm good.
Not into country music.
Yeah.
Can I just go to Norway, please?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. You can keep the money.
No,
Pat.
it's iHeartRadio Week.
Wait, it's not Pat anymore.
It's Ryan Seacrest.
Well, I thank you for supporting him.
I do support him. He's a very solid host.
I tried sending him an email, but apparently he's not in the company directory.
That doesn't seem fair.
Why would he be?
He's an employee.
He was just one of us.
One of us.
He's a colleague.
Yeah, why can't I send him an email? I'm his coworker.
I should send him an email.
How do I get on the show?
I'm just going to try sending him an email.
Yeah,
man. Great job this week, man. Dearest Ryan. I'm sorry, Mr. Seacrest.
Yes.
You think that's his actual last name?
Yes.
I think it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a badass name.
He comes from a long line of cresting seas.
Ew.
Yeah, that is his real name.
Sauce.
No.
Poker face for a second.
Yeah, poker face. Get over there.
How many bodies of water, SEAs, how many C's do you believe meat sauce can name? Now, I will fully
Real
admit.
ones?
Yes, real ones. I'll fully admit, I can only name a handful, too. I'm not good with body of water geography. Are you guys good with that? Zach, this seems like something you'd probably be pretty good
at.
at.
With the C's. I'm more of a land guy.
I can name a handful, but
yeah,
not even close.
He's going to do 2.
I'm going to go 3. I can name 3. I think you can name 3.
Let's see what you got.
So they have to have C in the name, right?
I'm asking.
So
SEA.
So not Atlantic Ocean. That's an ocean. I'm asking for C's.
Not Lake Superior.
The Black Sea.
That's one.
The Caspian Sea. Is that one?
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that was...
Wow.
Or is
I
that
don't
the
even know.
Caspian?
No, Caspian Sea.
You're right,
one.
buddy. You're good. Go.
I can't believe Black Sea and Caspian Sea were the first two you came up with, but go for it.
That's all.
I thought for sure you would get the main one, the one that most people know.
Right.
Starts with an M.
Right.
M.
Yep.
Where is it located? Does that give it away?
In the Mediterranean.
Oh, Mediterranean, yeah. Dang it.
Oh, man.
Get a whiff of your nether regions right now.
Okay.
The Dead Sea.
Oh, the Dead Sea. Yeah. Have you been there?
Or the Yellow Sea would fit that as well.
Have you been there, Hawk?
The Mediterranean?
Yeah, you
Yes.
have, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been to the Dead Sea? Careful.
No. I was right by it, but I did not.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I couldn't name another sea.
The Black Sea, the Aegean Sea.
Aegean's a good one, yeah.
Wow. You know your seas.
Well, thank you. I like all seas.
Trans down.
I guess I don't even know the difference between a sea and an ocean either. If I'm being
Yeah, that's
honest.
a good point. I don't either.
I was thinking like channel too. Like, what's the difference between a channel and a sea?
Channel 4 is where iHeartRadio Week is on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, they didn't have
But
in
where?
Faribault? What
Where do
was
you
the
watch
town?
it? Yeah, exactly. Where do you watch it in Faribault?
You don't.
You
Name
don't.
somebody else.
Oh,
Yep. Let's do more of what really matters, scores and stats around the world of sports. In between, Chris changes your life with something else.
Spicy.
Justin Rose is your Masters leader. He tees off in a little over an hour.
Spicy.
He's at 7 under. There are 3 guys at 4 under. That would be Corey Connors, Ludwig Oberg, and Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
They're all 4 under. Again, if Scheffler wins the whole tournament, it wipes the Power Trip bet completely away, which for some of us is what we're cheering for now.
Yeah, especially Carly and Parrish and Tommy.
Is Wolfgang Spoogmeister going to make the cut?
So he had he had an interesting day.
Wolfgang?
No, you're talking about Hideki Matsuyama.
How do you know
right?
that's who he's talking about?
Because that's his guy, right?
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. He is, where is he? He's
in
one
Augusta
over.
National.
Brilliant. He's 1 over. He had a shot that hit the pin, as they call it.
Yeah.
And it ricocheted into the water.
Ooh.
into the sea.
Into the sea.
Under the sea.
Yeah, he should make the cut.
Is there a difference between a sea and an ocean?
I don't know.
Well, I know because like SpongeBob lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Exactly right. Difference between a sea and an ocean. Primary difference between a sea and an ocean is size and geographical location. Ain't that a geographical oddity? Oceans are vast, continuous bodies of water covering a significant portion of the Earth's surface, while seas are generally smaller and are often partially or completely enclosed by land. Technically, even an ocean is enclosed by land, is it not? It is somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
Oh, like it.
Yeah. I don't either, man.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Great song.
What really matters, though, is this.
We got that right. Big day for birthdays tomorrow. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, man. Great song.
Nick Hexum.
Oh, yeah. His birthday happens to land on April 12th.
They do.
I think he was born in 70. I think. So we're going to say that he is, well, is that right? Yeah. I'm going to go 55.
We were both born in 1970. That's right. He's 55. Same age as I am. We look exactly the same.
That freaking dude, right,
Yeah.
Zachary?
He's ripped.
He is ripped.
Pisses me
Nick
off.
Hexum is ripped.
His only job is to rock out and be a rock star.
Yeah.
He's
You know
good
what I
as
mean?
true.
He's good at it, too.
That's true. It'd be good, man. That's a good life, right?
Good life, yeah. They've had an awesome run. Same
gotta
5 guys for
Get up,
30 plus
pump
years.
some iron, and bang some ladies.
I mean, I'm
That's my
sure.
job. God,
You're my
what a life. This sucks. Art
Yeah.
Alexakis.
Everclear's very
I
own.
love
Oh,
that band.
yeah. Everclear is great.
So simplistic, so good.
Yeah.
All right, if Hexum's 55, Art's older than he is. I'm going to say he's closer to 60. I'm going to say
Yeah.
exactly 60.
I'll say 61.
He will buy you a garden if you can get it right, Zacho.
62.
Close, 63. No garden
dang
for
it.
you, bitch.
Wow, he's great. I love that band.
I wanted the damn
I
garden.
know.
Heroin Girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
I even put thought into that.
Father of Mine, great song.
Yeah. The latest member of the Eagles, Vince Gill. You guys aren't going to know, so I'll tell you. 68.
Oh, I would have guessed 80.
I would have guessed 68.
Yeah, Corey would have got it right.
Man, I know my Vince Gill.
Yeah.
Andy Garcia, who's the bad guy in Ocean's 11-1.
Is he still with us?
And technically 3. Well, actually 1, 2, and 3, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good guy that they kind of screw over as well.
But he donated all that money to the...
Yeah, they screwed him over.
The Camp for Kids or whatever.
Terry Benedict.
Yeah, that's right. Good pull.
Spoiler alert.
He's much older than you would think.
80.
He's 69. He looks good for 69.
Nice.
Do you know how old David Letterman is tomorrow?
80.
77.
I mean, how old was he when he started his late night show?
102.
So 45. Let's go. I'm going to say he is 78.
Bam!
Nice job, Corey.
Wow.
Got it.
Dang it.
He's been married with children and married to a very hot young lady from Latinos.
80.
Ed O'Neill.
80.
73.
82.
79.
Okay.
Didn't he play for the Steelers for a cup of coffee? Is that
I
right?
think so.
Well, I mean, Al Bundy once scored, 4 touchdowns in one game, or was it 5?
5.
I forget what he brags about. Is it 4 touchdowns? 5 touchdowns? 6 touchdowns? Somebody look it up. How many touchdowns did Al Bundy score in a single game? 4. Yeah, it was 4.
Wow,
Al's
that
greatest
guy's
life achievement was scoring 4 touchdowns in a single game while playing in the 1966 City Football Championship game versus fictional Andrew Johnson High School.
Oh.
And he constantly makes reference to it in comparison to the way his life has turned out instead.
That's brilliant.
He once scored 4 touchdowns in a single football game.
He's dead. What?
Al Bundy. Al Bundy.
He's dead?
He would be.
He's so good, though, on Modern Family.
So good.
That it does... I've watched that show so much and love that show so much.
Show.
It does almost make you forget about Married with Children.
Married with Children was good.
Which is hard to do, though.
Yeah.
Like, if David Schwimmer had a series later, it's hard to disassociate Ross with David Schwimmer.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of those Friends people, Seinfeld people, it's hard to do. Julia Louis-Dreyfus did it with Veep. I haven't seen it, but people rave about Veep.
It's so good.
But when I still look at Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I still think about Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Veep that character is so different from Elaine. It's so good. So good.
I should check it out at some point.
You would love it.
But Ed O'Neill is so good on Modern Family. I watched both series, and I think of Modern Family first now.
Yeah.
He's so good
which is
at that.
a little backwards. He's fantastic.
There's a lot of great lines.
Married with Children is from when I was young, man. Wasn't it in the 80s?
Yeah, late 80s.
Yeah, late 80s. Yeah.
I believe it was the first Fox scripted sitcom, correct?
I think you are correct.
Yes.
I think that's right.
And it was controversial.
Hell yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like when Lucy slept in the same bed
as her friend Flo.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She needed insurance.
Yes, she did.
Hopefully, gross.
The news is next. Paris should be here shortly. Marnie should be here shortly. A little over an hour from now, we play initials game 569.
Nice.
And $88,500 up for grabs. Potentially, if you can just guess the initials, one lucky caller will get a crack at that thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. $88,500.
It's been 200 games since he hit first.
200 games, really?
69 is when Carl hit.
Oh, that's right.
Wow, man.
200 ago. All right, maybe that's some kind of an omen. Who knows? Maybe it goes off today. And somebody's life has changed forever. We'll see.
Star.
News is next.
Amen.